We are less than a week away from Summer Game Fest, where host Geoff Keighley will once again dance on the grave of E3. And while I'm sure some of you are excited for Borderlands 4 and Dragon Age Dreadwolf, most of us here are looking forward to more superhero content being injected straight into our veins. What did you, Durag Nation? As is tradition, I will be breaking down which superhero games to watch out for at this Friday's Summer Game Fest show. Last year, my powers of prediction basically manifested the appearance of Insomniac Games. So once again, I'll be going over all the confirmed, leaked, and rumored superhero games you can expect to see, and Spider-Man 2 fans in particular got some great news about this show that I'll be going over later. So give that like button 19 inches of venom if you're excited for Summer Game Fest season, or change it to a dislike if you hated this video. Starting with what's been confirmed so far, Warner Brothers is an official partner at the show and has promised to give us an extended look at the latest Arkham game, Batman Arkham Shadows. This game both excited and disappointed fans when it was confirmed to be exclusive to the MetaQuest 3, but it appears like it could be a sequel to Arkham Origins with Roger Craig Smith returning to voice Batman, so it might be worth a try, especially since it was made by the talented studio behind the popular VR Iron Man game. Sticking with Warner Brothers, they have two more superhero games they could potentially show off. The first is a long-awaited update to Wonder Woman, which was first announced in 2021. The single-player open-world action game is being developed with the famous Nemesis system by Shadow of Mordor devs Monolith Productions, and the last we heard is WB Games Montreal has been helping them out as a support studio to speed up the development time. So that could mean this is the year we finally get gameplay and a release window. Speaking of WB Games Montreal, they've been mostly quiet since the release of Gotham Knights, but they've been busy behind the scenes. In addition to working as a support studio for the Wonder Woman game, they've also been hiring for a new creative director after Patrick Redding and several management level devs left the studio last year. They're currently working on the new DC Comics game that we've been seeing job postings for since 2022, and it's reportedly a single player open world action game built in the new Unreal Engine 5 that is rumored to be starring Superman. It's been many years since we got to save Metropolis in Superman Returns, and we are long overdue for a modern version. Everyone's favorite microtransaction company EA is also confirmed to be at the show, but they are expected to be presenting more of those single player games without cash shops they've been steadily pushing out more and more of over the years. The most likely of these in terms of superhero games we can expect is Iron Man from Dead Space remake developer Motive Studios. This game was revealed by the leak god himself, Jeff Grubb, back in 2022, and he believed it would be launching in the year 2025, which means we're due for the game's first trailer. It's already been through a playtesting phase, so I'm expecting actual gameplay and confirmation on that 2025 release window. The other EA Marvel games are more of a long shot. We got a teaser trailer for Black Panther last year, and according to Grubb's initial leak, that game is further away than Iron Man, so I wouldn't expect another big update so soon. The third EA Marvel game is the big question mark. According to Grubb, this one was so early in development, they hadn't picked a hero yet back in 2023, and with that last round of layoffs at EA, it's unclear if that game was canceled along with the Mandalorian game from Respawn. If that game doesn't get announced in 2024, it might be safe to assume EA is shortening the deal they signed with Marvel to 2 games instead of 3. But if you are hyped about seeing some other Marvel heroes, Epic Games will be in attendance, and we could get an update on the latest Unreal Engine 5 tech demo game, Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. Fans were blown away by the World War II era Black Panther and Captain America game, and considering it's penned by the writer of all of your favorite Uncharted games, Amy Hennig, this one could be a Game of the Year contender. Summer Game Fest would be a great time to follow up to give fans an idea of when they can get their hands on the game and how good the gameplay looks compared to the cutscenes. Last but certainly not least is Insomniac Games. While I wouldn't expect anything about Marvel's Wolverine or the Venom game until the PlayStation Showcase we just found out about, an update to Spider-Man 2 appears to be happening. In addition to quality of life fixes the community has been asking for and new costumes from Kid Super the community definitely did not ask for and are begging to be kept away, Spider-Man 2 is expected to reveal its story DLC for the first time. Fans were disappointed when Insomniac skipped another state of play, but it appears they will be returning for the second year in a row to Summer Game Fest. PlayStation is confirmed to be presenting at the show, and in a Q&A, event creator Geoff Keighley was asked about DLC being shown at Summer Game Fest, and not only did he say he's fine with it, he confirmed there is a very cool DLC trailer being shown off this year. The apparent first Spider-Man 2 DLC will be the Beetle Invasion, which was was accidentally teased by Insomniac in the New Game Plus update. A side quest in the main game also set up the follow-up to the City That Never Sleeps DLC story, this time with former cop Yuri Watanabe hunting down Cletus Cassidy, who now has everything he needs to terrorize the city as Carnage. Of course, all of Insomniac's future plans were leaked in last year's awful cyber attack, but that hasn't reduced any of the excitement or support real fans have for what Insomniac is cooking up, and I can't wait to play their next update. Speaking of, as I mentioned before, PlayStation isn't done yet with 2024, and there is a proper PlayStation showcase coming up focused on their biggest upcoming releases. Click the video on screen to learn more.